Hi guys, my name is Nishal Kaushal and I'm currently working as a legal intern with the Leftism company, and today I will talk about the distribution of legislative power between the center and the state under the Indian Constitution. So I'll start. So basically the Article 1 of the Constitution provides that India is a union of states, which means a federation of states. So there is a federation of division of functions between the center and the states. The Constitution adopts the Constitution adopts a threefold distribution of legislative powers by placing them in any of the three lists, namely the union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. The constitutional provisions in India on the subject of distribution of legislative powers between the union and the states are spread out over several articles, namely the articles 245 to article 254. However, the most important of these provisions is that contained in article 245 and article 246. Now under the present constitution, there is a scheme of twofold distribution of legislative powers with respect to territory and with respect to subject matter. Now I'll talk about the distribution of legislative powers with respect to territory. The legislative powers of parliament and the state legislatures are subject to the provisions of constitution, that is, the schemes of the distribution of powers, the fundamental rights, or other provisions of the constitution. Now, Article 245 talks about the distribution of legislative powers between the union and the state with respect to territory. Now, Article 245 Clause 1 provides that subject to the provisions of the constitution, Parliament may make laws for the whole or any part of the territory of India. Now, according to clause 2 of article 245, a law made by Parliament shall not be deemed to be invalid on the ground that it has extraterritorial operation, that is, which takes place outside the effect outside the territory of India. Now, distribution of legislative powers with respect to subject matter. So, in terms of Article 246 of the Indian Constitution, there is a threefold distribution of legislative powers between the union and the state governments. The seventh schedule of the Constitution contains the three lists. As I told you before, these lists are named as the union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. Now, what are the items present in the union list? So basically, the union list gives exclusive legislative powers to a union to legislate on 97 items of all India character, including defense and armed force, arms and ammunition, atomic energy, foreign affairs, war and peace, citizenship, extradition, railways, shipping and navigation, airways, posts and telegraphs, telephones, wireless and broadcasting, currency, foreign trade, interstate trade and commerce, banking, insurance, control of industries, etc. It also includes the audit of government accounts, constitution and organization of the Supreme Court, High Court and Union Public Service Commission, etc. And now comes the state list. Similarly, the state list gives exclusive legislative powers to the state on 66 items, now expanded to 65 items. Such subjects are essentially subjects to local interests such as maintaining law and order, police forces, healthcare, transport, land policies, electricity in states, village administration, etc. The state legislature has exclusive power to make laws on these subjects. And now comes the third list, which is known as the concurrent list. So basically the concurrent list empowers both the union and the state to legislate on 47 items. The subjects in this list are such that both the national government and the governments of the states are interested in them. Basically it includes marriage and divorce, transfer of property other than the agriculture land, education, contracts, bankruptcy and insolvency, trustees and trusts, civil procedure, contempt of court, adulteration of foodstuffs, etc. It also includes books, newspapers and printing press, stamp duties, etc. So these are all about the lists. Now both the union and the state government are competent to legislate on subjects in the concurrent list. In case of conflict between a central law and a state law on a subject in this list, normally the union law shall prevail. If, however, a state law reserved for the president's assent receives his assent, it will prevail over the union law. Now the power to legislate on a matter not enumerated in any of the three lists is vested in the Union Parliament by Article 248. Thank you.